Okay, it does seem like we're going live into the pistol round, and you know, if Loughborough, who have played together as a team and have practiced properly, are struggling to work out where they're going to be playing, I think Lancaster are going to be have an even harder time because, as has been mentioned before, they are just essentially a mixed team. They got together for this tournament and haven't actually practiced anything. They're just relying on their superior aim, and it's got them quite far, to be fair.
Just the one smoke coming out there to smoke off the man holding connector. But there's two of them in connector, so that smoke really paid dividends here for Lancaster.
Yeah, and the bomb now down on the site, but unfortunately for Loughborough, and as I'm talking, I do have to remember to put my X-ray back on. Unfortunately, Cowie does manage to take down Seraph, and Meowmix picks up Gil, but is instantly traded by Spudster. Spudster actually taking down Cowie as well. Does get some decent damage onto I believe that was ADD, but Sausage does pick him up.
As they try and get here onto the bomb train, it's all up to Lorenzo here to try and get a few picks and slow down the defuse. It's not going to be, and this just leaves Asterix in connector, who doesn't last long either before giving up the ghost. It's a fairly smooth retake there from Loughborough. Interesting investment from Lancaster there with the one smoke, but I think it possibly would have worked better for them if they bought more smokes. Possibly not even any Kevlar might have been required on that. Because smokes are so powerful, given the train's carving up the bomb site, it's possible to completely seal the CTs off. Oh, by the way, just a shout out to Twitch chat. If those of you who are watching feel like giving us any predictions, don't forget to spam hashtag Loughborough win or hashtag Lancaster win. Let us know what you think is going to happen. I personally think Loughborough could quite easily pick up the 2-0 here.
I think you've got to give Loughborough the advantage here, as according to Twitch.
Oh, and that's Choo. Sorry, that's Choo Choo with a Chowie. Oh, it's Choo Choo Cowie. I'm gonna keep calling him Choo Choo now. Cowie with a great play there to stop the planting T, and that completely carves up the round for them.
Yeah, so unfortunately the Lancaster squad can't get the bomb down. As I was saying, I do give the advantage to Loughborough here, but that's not only slightly to do with my bias being a Loughborough member. It's mostly due to the fact that I have been told in Twitch chat that Lancaster haven't played this map together as a team. And obviously, and now third round, and we see that Cowie completely choosing to forego the AWP and actually going straight for the auto sniper. So I imagine he's taking that towards B site.
Well, it's good on either side, really. So you can completely seal down between the trains.
Yeah, he is actually taken that to the B site. He's playing towards the upper area. Unfortunately for him, it does look like Lancaster are looking towards an A play here.
Shifty here, trying to catch out the man in Ivy. It's almost as if he knows someone is there, but unfortunately he's not going to catch a glimpse. With the round slowing right down, Loughborough are left trying to work out where the T's are. They're not confident enough to push for info, although it might have been better here. As we saw in the last map as well, they have a lot of time, but Sausage able to pick up Asterix, who comes out through Pop Dog, trying to get some entries. Lorenzo, however, does pick up the head of Shifty. ADD's caught out there between the trains by Spudster and Gil.
Spudster on AHP does actually manage to take down Seraph there, and Cowie's rotated in with his auto sniper, leaving Meowmix to pick up Gil, and it is all on Lorenzo, but Lorenzo a little bit too deer in the headlights, I suppose, focused on Meowmix and doesn't actually notice that Cowie is coming to the side of him, does actually get taken down by Cowie there.
Did Lancaster throw any smokes there for that execute?
I don't believe they did. So
it might just be a money thing, but I know it was a full buy. They full bought that round. So Lancaster really showing that a lack of knowledge here as to how to execute on this site.
Okay, just being informed that they do have 2 sets of smokes onto A. Shifty, they're going for the quick push out to Ivy, but Lorenzo unfortunately does picking up the AK, which gets punished by
ADD here though, with a great flank play around the push out of Ivy. He's able to pick up several Ts, pulls out the USP just to get the last kill, but Spudster's going to run off and try and deny the kill goal. Or if he can, I think he'll try and sneak for the bomb, but I really think Spudster's probably best off here just trying to survive.
Yeah, Spudster's going to try and get out of here, but unfortunately he's caught between a rock and a hard place. Or in that case, Meowmix and ADD.
ADD. Which one is the rock and which one's the hard place?
I don't think it matters at this point, though. Looking at the score, it's definitely ADD is the hard place, being he's 6-1-1 to Meowmix's 4-2-1.
Well, Sausage is showing pretty big here as well in defence of that B site.
I kind of wish that Meowmix would give one of his kills to, Choo Choo Cowie would give one of his kills to Shifty, so we could go 6-5-4-3-2. But
do you think if we call Cowie Choo for the rest of this match, or Choo Choo, he'll never do a silly name change like this in the middle of a best of 3 again?
Knowing Cowie, probably not. and he'll probably go to something even more ridiculous for cash.
What would that be, like Mr. Money Cash or something?
He'll probably just...
$sign cash. Asterix here this time is able to make the pop dog play pay off. Still not flashing himself out, but nonetheless is able to just win the duel on aim alone. I'm saying really they need to have that player in pop dog. You need a bit more support for them. And likewise, it's the other side. It's an easy position for Loughborough to smoke, and it's curious that they're not doing it, especially as they know Asterix is often coming through showers and playing that area.
Yeah, I think that just speaks a little bit towards the inexperience of the Loughborough on this map. As we see Seraph going down towards that pop dog area again. Unfortunately, ADD been caught out here.
AD knows he's got T's on all sides, and he's got to try and get 1 or 2 frags here to give his team a chance on the on the retake. 2 would probably be perfect. Instead, he's able to just fall off the site. Just about catches a glimpse of Asterix as he hops up on the train, but he's going to get down from there to try and save his life. And that does leave the retake on a 3v4.
That's a nice pop out to take down Lorenzo there. Cowie coming in with a kill onto Gil. Unfortunately, Gil did take down Miamix there, and Seraph has taken down ADD, so it is all on Cowie here and his auto sniper, though as I say that, he drops it for the M4.
Which indicates that he's going to attempt to go for this retake.
Yeah, unfortunately...
Maybe not the wisest move there from Cowie.
Tees from all sides, he does drop down there, and an AWP is saved for Lorenzo, so... We will see Loughborough, I believe, on a bit of a force buy here. It does look like we're getting one out. Yeah, Cowie going again straight for that auto sniper. Shifty actually picking up that AWP. So we're getting in towards a bit of a silly buy that you were mentioning earlier. We've got 2 scopes on the CT side, 1 on the Lancaster side, on the T side at the moment. And that's a nice pop flash, and we'll see if Sergeant Sausage can get anything done here. He does look like he's baiting for Shifty though.
Unfortunately, the T's alleyway run right into the AWP of Shifty.
It does work quite well there. Shifty baited it, well. Sergeant Sausage baiting quite effectively, and Shifty able to pick up 2, putting the score in favour of the CT side. And as I say that, Miamix picks up Guild. Unfortunately, doesn't get Stonix there, and Stonix will get the bomb down on that B site, dropping it into a 3v2 retake for the Loughborough side.
Now the smokes between the trains are starting to come out from the T's. Almost as if they're working out this map on the fly.
It does appear that way, and it wouldn't surprise me too much as Stonix there does take down Cowie. Unfortunately, ADD going for the long flank there does take him down. And
yeah,
Shifty,
they really needed a stair smoke there as well to hold that.
Yeah, Shifty and ADD do manage to save that AWP and the auto sniper there. So it's a pretty good round from Lancaster. Unfortunately, they weren't able to take it, but we will see what they can get done now.
What's watching this, and you're not totally sure on how to play a train, especially some of the nades can be pretty weird. I'd say look up Anders Bloom's blog. He did a post a few months ago going through various strange train grenades that he'd found on the new train. He spent a lot of time on this map in sandbox mode. Don't cry, League of Legends fans. Throwing strange smokes. You can throw some through the windows on hallways and things, and it really makes your life a lot easier taking the sides. So I really would advise checking that out if you're wanting to pick up train and start playing it in matchmaking.
I don't think League of Legends fans can cry about us having a sandbox mode when they have unranked normals and we don't.
Well, you know,
4 years after release.
No one's perfect. As it is that against the eco of Lancaster, that's a pretty routine hold from Loughborough, who've now got the double up set up that you'd sorely need here to hold on train. And Lancaster probably aren't going to be able to pick up many rounds on this half.
But if we have a quick look at the scoreboard, ADD is on 11 for 2, so he's putting in almost as much work as Stonix was in the first 3 rounds of the last map.
Yeah, Asterix really not looking too comfortable on this map, actually. We've seen him playing the pop dog area. Now that he has the AWP, probably indicates that he's going to be taking it somewhere else. And indeed, he's going for a main, but it's not going to pay off much. Shifty again showing his dominance of the Ivy and alleyways area. With the smoke coming out, he'll know that there's a take-in coming, and indeed a little jump peek comes in there from Lorenzo. It's quite a sensible move from him. There's absolutely no chance unless your opponent is a god, wallhack, to lose your life there. Get the info, smoke Shifty off, but as it is, that's a huge portion of the map denied, essentially all of the A site. And Lancaster left to go back to the drawing board and scratch their heads.
Yeah, indeed, and as we have a look, they do look like they're heading up towards the B site here. But,
as it is, ADD here's a lurk, but Asterix is ready for him and gets the refrag. If he misses that shot, he's certainly dead.
Oh, indeed, and it's just lucky for Astonics there to take it. As we have a quick look, and yes, as I said, Lancaster. Sorry, I'm getting my L's mixed up again. Lancaster taking the B site, or at least attempting to here. With only
Shifty
25
pushes all the
seconds
way
left.
through A, which is going to give the information to the CTs that the terrorists are heading over onto B. And as that said, the take comes in anyway. Cowie has the side on lockdown with his auto sniper, and that concludes that round.
Yeah, a bit of a consolation frag there onto Miamix. Just giving a little bit more of a damage done towards the Loughborough economy, but as we have a quick look, we do see Shifty on that 6k, and as soon as I say that, he does buy for somebody else, so he gets dropped down to the 5. Obviously 8 rounds in, Loughborough have won 7, but they have been expensive rounds. I mean, nobody really has the economy here.
I want more auto snipers. I want more auto snipers. As it is, the T's have a go at a quick take onto the A site, and it doesn't really pay off for them except Lorenzo is able to get Shifty. There's not much of an entry when the rest of your team is dead. That said, Lorenzo gets ADD as well, who comes around to try and get him, and gives him the close range duel with the Mac 10 that he wants. Lorenzo finds himself an M4, and they're going to take defensive positions around the trains to try and hold off this plant. And I think Lancaster have got a fairly decent chance on this round, although they would love a smoke grenade. That said, Carey comes here around the edge with the auto sniper and is able to find a sliver of Lorenzo and put him down. And that's just going to leave Seraph and Astanex here on the hold. Yeah, Seraph with the MP7, but like we said, a bit of snipers are on this map can work as well between the trains.
Yeah, and then you go Sergeant Sausage.
That said, Cowie and Sausage able to get the frags.
Yeah, Sergeant Sausage picking up the final player, and Loughborough taking it 8-1. I will just point out to the Twitch chat here, Loughborough did choose Train, unlike Lancaster chose Mirage, and almost won it. It did go to overtime. Loughborough making quite a big comeback to take it. I believe it was 19-16.
Yeah, they came from 14-7 down to 19-16. Yeah,
and that's a nice shot there from Shifty onto Astonics. And a little bit of tag damage done to Lorenzo. So I've just had a quick look, and the 4 remaining players of Lancaster side all going for the P90s. I mean, how do you counter scopes where you just smoke them,
run up them with P90s,
with P90s, right? Gil,
and Gil is stopped before he gets the plant down there. That's very unlucky.
Unfortunately, he was just on the wrong side of that smoke there. It wasn't completely covered by it, and he does pay the price there.
ADD nearly in trouble there, but Seraph saves his life. One shot from dying, but Seraph is able to just get the shot in the nick of time. Cowie buys another auto sniper. That's a $7,500 buy here on this round from Cowie. Big eco damage if they can get that gun down.
Even after that, he's still on 5,500, so it's going
Force coming out again here from Lancaster, who are on such a big loss bonus here. They can probably do this pretty much every round.
Well, they get 3,500 per round, and as we see, you know, they're investing in. At least 2 players are investing in those P90s, as we see Lorenzo drop down to 10 HP. And just falling back now, going back towards that B site.
The bomb's still down an alleyway, and it doesn't look like Lancaster really know what to do with it. At 9-1, they are looking essentially lost on their T side. The lack of preparation on this map and the risk of it being picked is that they're having to pay for it. However, Cowie's caught with a nade out in halls by Spudster. I keep wanting to call him 5 Pud. I don't think it's called Pud.
Yeah, but unfortunately he does get traded out by Miamix there, who does it sounded like he heard, who was that? Yeah, it sounded like he heard Lorenzo coming towards him, but Lorenzo there choosing to go instead down towards Pop Dog. So the A site is completely open for the T's to take, and with that smoke, Gil is likely going to try and get that bomb down. He does actually go for the fight.
A lot of near encounters there.
Yeah, but now, yeah, here we go, getting the bomb down. Does actually get traded up. Nope, never mind. Does manage to take down.
Cast Cass.
Yep. Astonics takes down Miamix, and it is all on Sergeant Sausage, who does get a decent amount of damage done, does take down one, takes down Astonics and Gil together. It's all on Lorenzo on 10 HP versus Sergeant Sausage, and
with the bomb down, I favour Lorenzo.
Nah,
Sausage knows where he is. Just run in pre-fire with a P90. You've got absolutely no chance of losing that duel. He appeared to miss the bomb there because it's under the girder. That's quite a sneaky placement. I wonder if that was intentional.
It's a very sneaky placement, and unfortunately he did, although he missed it the first time around, he does get back in time to get the defuse.
In fact, it nearly got them the round.
It almost got them the round. It was very close. But oh well. Somebody must have called it for him. Somebody, yeah, one of the.
Of course,
other
we can see it quite easily with the
must have-
X-ray, but what we didn't see was there was only a very small corner of that bomb coming out from under the girder. Then, so it's
That
probably
is a
going
nice
difficult.
shot from
And that's a
Lorenzo onto
disgusting
Sergeant
shot.
Sausage. That's absolutely crazy. As we see a little bit of banter coming in between Loughborough and Lancaster in the chat. I'd like to say that none of the athletes in this tournament are on any form of performance-enhancing drug. As we do see Lancaster.
I don't know. I think T is definitely performance-enhancing.
Well, yeah, but T is not illegal or dangerous to abuse. So, as we see, Lancaster were looking towards that B play, but unfortunately, Gill did get taken down. So they are falling back towards the A site. And ADD here trying to put some work in does drop Lorenzo down to 2 HP. So that's 2 players on the T side on a grand total of 16 HP each, and with Seraph going down, he was one of their only players that were on almost full health. It is now 16 HP versus 300. You've got to give it to Lancaster. They're putting in work. They're making this expensive, but it does look like Loughborough are going to take this to 11-1. Okay, and yeah, as I said, that they did make it 11-1. So let's see what we've got here.
And it's a pretty dominating CT side coming out from Loughborough. I would say this map's easily 11 for most people, but do you think we could see the 14-1?
I wouldn't like to say we'll see 14-1, but it does seem like Loughborough have got this on lockdown. And again, I have a feeling this stems from the fact that Lancaster are playing essentially as a mixed team. They said before that they haven't actually practiced as a team on pretty much any maps, so you know, and train being one.
But it looked good for them on Mirage.
It did look good for them on Mirage, but Mirage is a map that you can just DM to hell and back, you know. Train, especially if you come up against a team that
as in you actually get it in a deathmatch.
Well, you can do, but what I was more meaning is you can take Mirage 16-0 just based on pure aim alone. Whereas Train, especially if you don't really play it that, you know, if you haven't played it at all, then it's a lot harder to. And as we see, you know, Spurs is just proven there, when they get into the 1v1 situations, the aim is coming out for Lancaster. It's just they don't seem to have any idea how to take a site.
Auto noob Cowie getting more and more kills with his auto sniper.
Yeah, Gil putting in work.
Saying that, Gil's able to take him down.
Putting it onto a 2v3 retake, and this is why I didn't want to say that we'll see a 14-1, because it does look like we're about to see 11-2. Assuming that Shifty doesn't get absolutely railed, but what?
Professional caster speak there. Assuming Shifty doesn't get absolutely railed.
Well, I was expecting Shifty
to put off a ridiculous shot. He just steps out of the train and gets the kill.
Yeah, Loughborough almost losing that round as well. The bomb ticking over. That was just milliseconds left on that bomb timer when I believe it was ADD that got the defuse in the end. So we do see Loughborough 12-1. Loughborough making me eat my words.
But not full nades out on Lancaster's side. I pick up this round, but if they don't, then the 14-1 is almost certainly incoming for Loughborough.
As somebody's pointed out in Twitch chat, Adderall isn't illegal. No, but it is illegal to abuse it or get it without a valid prescription. So, as we see, Meowmix getting one frag onto, yeah, Meowmix getting one and Shifty also getting another. Cowie again with that auto sniper. They've got to try and get that out of his hands. Unfortunately, he does have the. No, he doesn't actually. He doesn't have the bank to rebuy it if they do drop it out of his hands this time. So we'll see if they can get that done. It's all on Lorenzo and Gil now. 2v5. What are they going to do here? Lorenzo does actually pick up Sergeant Sausage there, but Cowie again with that auto sniper gets his second of the round onto Lorenzo there, leaving it all on Gil. 1v4.
Shifty's been
and they know exactly where he is. And Meowmix there
Shifty's been all over Ivy for this entire game. The T's have not been able to get an inch there on that side of the A site, and with that lockdown, it's so difficult to take the A site. It's like the main aspect of Fnatic's A take is Ivy control.
Yeah, unfortunately, Shifty being a little bit cocky at the moment and just going straight for those flash peeks out towards Ivy, and it's paying off for him. I mean, as we've seen now, the Lancaster side do get a relatively decent buyout. They've got 3 AKs, a Galil and a P90, and they do look like they're going straight for this A take. We'll see whether a bit of aggression
the best solution for Lancaster. None of these passive rounds have worked for them at all, and the aggression might just pay off. As it is Seraph on the entries with the P90, and he gets a couple. Shifty not expecting the aggression at all, and with an AWP quite poorly set up to deal with it. The connector smokes finally come in. Those set smokes badly needed to get this held off. However, Meow Mix with the boost on the top of the box, and he's to find the head of Lorenzo, and that gives them a great chance here on this retake.
Yeah, that was quite a nice boost, and I wasn't expecting that to happen. But,
that's not a conventional boost. As it is, Gil comes around the corner, gets both men defending the bomb train, actually loses the duel to Sergeant Sausage. Asternex not checked by Cowie, and he goes down as well, which leaves Sausage in a 1v3 to try and get the 14-1. Somehow flicks onto Seraph as well for the headshot.
Yeah,
unfortunately not able to pull off the hero blade, but that Sausage with quite a skilled 3k there.
Yeah, Lancaster there do finally take it to 13-2. So not the 14-1 half that you were predicting, but still a very dominant victory from Loughborough there on their CT half. And I've got to admit, Sergeant Sausage there with that little spray at the end, you know, just, I have no idea where they are, so I'm going to 360 and just turret.
Lancaster in a whole world of trouble in this matchup on train. With only 2 rounds in hand, they have to win the pistol round here.
Yeah, and Astonics they're not really able to put it together at the moment. Astonics obviously their hard carry, I think it's fair to say, for the last map. Unfortunately, just not showing up like he did in in Mirage.
It's clearly not a comfortable map for him. I mean, he has got the only 2 MVP to the 2 rounds that Lancaster did win. But, you know, he's tried the Pop Dog area, he tried AWPing from main, he's tried going over to B, and wherever Asternex goes on the map, he's just not being able to find the openings that he could on the last map.
Yeah, it is a bit of a shame, but, well, you know, we're going to their CT half now, and we'll see what they can do.
And this is such a CT-sided map. We had C2 13-2s on Inferno yesterday between Loughborough and Oxford, so we know that Loughborough have T-side issues.
Yeah, definitely Loughborough have got T-side issues, and I think Lancaster have a bit of the same. I think it's a lot harder, especially on this sort of map. Yeah, it's a bit harder to just aim everywhere.
Aim all over the place.
Yeah, just aim all over the place.
We've currently got 69 viewers, just as we make an immature comment.
Okay,
so this train matchup not being anywhere near as close and exciting and nervy a game as the last one, unfortunately for Lancaster, but they do have a chance here on the CT side. If they can get the pistol, if they can work it 1 round in a row, that's all they can think about now. Just try and win each round. Don't think about the scoreboard, don't even look at it, and just pray that you can pull it back to a winning situation.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, if you're watching the stream and you're looking to get involved, I've just posted the links to the Facebook page and the Twitter page for the BUCL. This is not the final tournament or anything like that. This is just a quick tournament to test our infrastructure. The main league will be going live around October time. So if you're going to university, if you're currently at university, and want to get involved, please just give us a shout on our Facebook page, and we'll get you teamed up with players from your area.
Yeah, exactly. We've currently got about 22, 23 universities signed up to compete. We would love more. We'd absolutely love, even if you have 2 teams at university, you can enter both. We want to see how many teams are out there who want to get involved, and then we'll work out the best the best format for it. The Newell tournaments in League of Legends have hundreds of teams taking part, and we doubt we'll get that. But we're really keen to, whoever wants to take part, and however many teams you've got, we will find a way to facilitate it.
Yeah, definitely. So there's a quick question in Twitch chat from Cozzy118. Does this happen every year? This is actually the first year that we are running this tournament.
But hopefully it happens every year from now on.
Hopefully we'll be going on from this, and we'll keep it going for the next couple of years at least. XYZ Winter has asked how long have Loughborough been playing together for, and Loughborough as a team, for the most part, have been playing together for about a week and a half now. week and a half, 2 weeks. Yeah, it was, and I'm talking now, so we're going into the pistol round.
So here on this pistol round, there's actually 4 Kevlars coming out from Lancaster. I think that's the most Kevlar we've actually seen in a pistol round this entire tournament. Lancaster looking here to take quite a lot of duels on their CT side. Meanwhile, on the other side, ADD has been set up as the raid boss with that and Tech 9 combination. A couple of smokes on Shifty and Cowie. As we said, you do need at least 2 smokes really, even on a pistol round, to have a good go at a take. Cowie as well picking up the flash. Shifty still with his default Glock because he bought a Tech 9 to throw to ADD. So the terrorists have got a really relatively aggressive setup here, and we'll look to see how ADD can entry frag for them. He comes out first from Pop Dog, takes a shot, but because of the Kevlar, it's only down to 86. ADD rolls up to the bomb train, but he's not able to get the kills. However, Lorenzo spotted in heaven and falls. ADD instantly gets the head of Seraph, and he's still around here on the train. Gets another. This raid boss build is really working out. Lorenzo too, and ADD here on a triple. Looking for more. He's got his 4th, and ADD now wants an all headshot, all ace. He's not going to get it as Astanex has been found out here. Although ADD is here on the duel with Astanex, and ADD secures his all headshots ace. What a display of skill from this player.
I've got to say, I could have called that ace as soon as he got into the 3K, and then definitely when he got into the 4, that ace was definitely going to happen. Loughborough as a team have a rule that if you're close to it, you know, if you've got a 3K, possibly, and definitely if you have a 4, if you call that you're on your ace, then they will just scout out locations and let you get it, because it's pretty fun to get an ace, you know.
It is. It's a nice thing to do. I think everyone, you know, you tend to remember each ace, I find, actually. I think I've had about 3 or 4, and they're all, you know, burnt into my memory. Proud, beautiful moments of my glorious Counter-Strike career.
Yeah, and if you get one in a matchup against Lancaster in the finals of the BUCL Summer Games,
as it is here, the A take is coming in from the T. There's a couple coming up from Pop Dog. That's going to be shut down straight away by Seraph with this Mac 10. Astanex here waiting for Cowie as well, who doesn't think to check A and loses his rifle to Astanex too. And that's going to leave Shifty alone in a 1v3. So just as the momentum came with them, Lancaster lost the pistol round, which he said they absolutely had to win. They're suddenly in a quite a favourable situation to take the round and put themselves back in this game. I know where Shifty is. He's trapped in Pop Dog with several rifles trained on him, and the chances of him making out here are quite unlikely, as Astanex does conclude it.
Yeah, that's
he's able to find himself an AK as well. A
pretty good eco round there for the Lancaster side.
Budster just able to save the Galil there at the last moment, which is going to open up a pretty decent force buy here from the CTs. Meanwhile, the terrorists going for the all Tech 9 armor. They've got enough round buffers to do a double save here should this go wrong. And we'll look to see what they can get done with this. ADD probably looking to take point again after his pistol round ace.
Yeah, ADD they're putting in absolute work for the Loughborough side. Currently on 23 for 8, and the next best is 15 for 7, which is on Shifty. As we see ADD, as we see the Loughborough squad, sorry, coming straight into that B site. ADD taking down Gil, running straight through, going towards the CT area. Sausage scouting out, trying to find anybody. There are 2 players coming from the connector area, who Miamix should be finding pretty soon. Here we go. Obviously, if this force buy works,
the CT's come in on the retake, and Spud walks in, frantically has a hug there with Shifty. Does go Spud's way, and he keeps going and gets Cowie as well, walking all the way back here through boilers and wrapping up on the site, and that leaves the 2 T's surrounded on all sides, and this should be a fairly routine defuse for the CT side. So getting off to the start they needed after an early hiccup in the pistol rounds.
Yeah, definitely.
Although they don't have enough time for the defuse.
Oh no! I didn't notice that. Yeah, match point to Loughborough, and with that force buy coming out from
time
Lancaster
expires on the defuse.
And with 2 members dying to the bomb and the force buy from the last round, we do see a pretty lame buy coming out from Lancaster.
Pretty patchy.
Yeah,
Caster definitely rattling the piggy bank on this buy.
Yeah, no, 1 FAMAS, 1
Astanex here
M4.
steps out into alleyway and catches a sight of several terrorists. In fact, no play made there for Ivy or alleyway at all, which is going to give the CTs a huge amount of map control here. Meanwhile, the stack's over at A. Terrorist finds the head of Cowie just in time, but the terrorists carry on regardless. Gil here creeping through apartments. Sorry, halls. Able to get 1-2, but he doesn't think to check down the ladder, and Shifty wraps him up as well, which is going to leave us on a 3-on-3. CTs and terrorists all congregating on this A site, desperately trying to get control between the trains. The early frags go the CT's way, with Spudster and Asterix picking up Sausage and Meowmix. And that leaves Shifty here hiding behind the red train, trying to finish it up.
And just as I kind of laughed at them for having a bit of a patchy buy,
and that does leave it to 15-4.
Lancaster do somehow make that play work, and Loughborough are on the eco, having not been able to get the bomb down there.
Lancaster fared really well there on the aggression. You know, Gill pushed boilers, they got several, and Loughborough here, they've done it on several rounds actually, are just not anticipating any aggression from Lancaster, especially into that B halls kind of area. And every time it does, Lancaster are able to get a couple of guns down, get them to the right people, and then just about able to wrap up the bomb sites, which are pretty easy to hold once you have economy established as CT.
Yeah, just to prove me wrong, Loughborough here going for the full Tech 9 armor buy again. Just to prove, you know, it's worked quite well for them. Every time they've done it, they've got at least the bomb plant, if not the round win. As we see, they're currently trading rounds back and forth at the moment. It does look like they're going towards the B site once again, which is probably the more favoured site. Sorry. As we see Cowie running distraction.
Lancaster again push all the way down Ivy into alleyway, looking for some information there, but they don't find anything because the T's are all on B sites. And in they go. It's all up to Spudster and Gill here to come up big, but it doesn't last long at all.
Yeah, Gill gets taken down
able to shut him down with a Tech 9 straight away.
Lorenzo and Spudster chime in to get three.
Spud jumps
three
between
kills.
the trains and gets kills on both sides. The T's just aren't able to pick him up at all, and with Spud's big splash play there, that pretty much leaves the site all the way back to Lancaster. That said, Cowie's able to pick up Seraph from behind and get himself a rifle to save for this next round.
And at this point, I believe that, you know, it's 15-5 with a 10-round lead. I have a feeling that we're going to see Loughborough force buying almost exclusively until they get the win, or until Lancaster get towards like 10-13 rounds, something like that.
Lancaster doing an excellent job here of hanging on with Loughborough on match point, but really they still have a very long way to go. 10 consecutive rounds to make it to overtime. It's quite possible on the CT side of train, with the bank still not up there. You have to think Loughborough still going to take this.
Stranger things have happened. I mean, Loughborough, you know, they on their CT side, they got 4 rounds in a row, dropped 1, then picked up another 9 in a row. So Lancaster can do this, and a kill from a Sonics onto Sergeant Sausage, and a bit of tag damage done onto I believe that was Meowmix and ADD. That's a good start.
Yeah,
for
Spud
the,
has
for
actually
the
changed
side.
side, jumps prematurely between the trains, and he gets killed by the second T coming through. But Gill here on the flank again, and Gill has burned them on so many rounds, it feels like, on this side with pushes.
Yeah, and Cowie there getting flashed out.
Cowie, however, not able to make that position work.
Unfortunately, he was full flash there, and the CTs weren't, so it was quite an easy pick-off for them. Lancaster bring it back to 15-6, and we see Loughborough again with a pretty much a force buy coming in. Cowie does get that AWP going, which is going to be interesting to see where he takes that.
But Meowmix is
like
going to
he's
just about find
towards
himself an AK, so they do get the full by a decent amount of nades for the Loughborough side too. Meanwhile, on the Lancaster side, they're still running on 2 from masses. Gill with only an HE and a flash. So no smoke on his side, and those smokes are so essential for your CT side on train, so I'll be interested to see if that has any impact on the round. Sausage and ADD here creeping through. Quite a strong presence actually in halls. They're definitely wise to Gill's pushes through this area. They even smoked the end of halls actually, clearly having a bit of traumatic flashbacks there to the several rounds in a row that Gill has burned them with his advances into that area. With all the T's heading on to B, if the CTs had chosen to do their customary Ivy and then alley push, they would have this spotted right out and have all of the information. As it is, they have nothing. And just as the smoke goes down on the A site, the terrorists show their hands and begin to make their way in. A beautiful flash there onto the stairs completely takes out Gill as the spot is checked. All the smokes come down, and that means Seraph is forced to push the smoke here to try and get a duel. Sausage, however, is not expecting it, and he falls down too as well. ADD wins out the duel though over Seraph, and that's going to leave us on a 2-on-3 on the bomb site.
Yeah, but Spudster once again coming in.
I think Loughborough have a fairly decent chance here of holding on for the win.
They did.
Asterix though, not if he has something to do with it. Able to get the kill on Meowmix between the trains, and doesn't think to check close, and he goes down as well.
Yeah, full kits on the CT side. They're not going to be fooled by that again. They're not going to be burned by the not buying a kit. So pretty easy retake in the end, especially with Spudster running. Yeah, especially with Spudster running as a bit of a decoy, a bit of a flank there. As we see once again the full buy coming out for
Spudster, of
Loughborough
course, specced up with that M4. I'm interested to see where Spuds is going to take that M4. I think he's going to be looking to play on cabinet, maybe on the A site, or he'll continue to hold the close on the stairs there on the B site. As it is, he's just carrying behind Red Train at the moment, looking for someone to pop out, but he's not going to see anything as the terrorists are just holding firm, not too far out of spawn actually. They're sending feelers out to the B site, waiting to see if they can catch Gil on the lurk again, but it's not happening. As the CTs begin to shift to the B site, expecting a take there. Smokes come out in main and Pop Dog, and this gives Spud the chance to shift up and take the close position. Thought he would with that M4. Crosshair's trained on the smoke, waiting for someone to push it, but Loughborough are too disciplined and wait for it to come out before showing their hands.
Yeah, nice flash there. Does
in comes the execute, but Spud's there. Drop the bomb carrier straight away. Is eventually taken out by ADD. Lorenzo though is still here with his auto sniper chugging away. And
once again, Gil on the hard flank there does actually pick up ADD. Seraph picks up Meowmix and Lancaster, bringing this back to 15-8.
Lancaster have nearly made it to double figures, and it's quite an impressive recovery.
Yeah, what's that now? 5 rounds in a row, which means that Loughborough are on the full 3,500 round loss bonus. And as I say that, we do see a 4-man, Rec 9 tech armor coming in. Cowie obviously saving up for that AWP that he so desperately wants. Meanwhile, we do see Ostonix picking up an AWP for the CT side. I believe that's the first time he's had one in his hands this game, in fact. And, Shifty here does manage to take down Gil. Gets tagged down to 50 HP, which isn't too bad for him, given that he's just on the Rec 9. And I can't help but think that he's going to pick up that M4. Unfortunately, Lorenzo is there, ready and waiting with his auto sniper to pick him up. Ostonix with a nice flick onto Cowie there, who was pushing Ivy, as the bomb in fact is going to try and make its way to the A site. Unfortunately for Sergeant Sausage, Spudster is there already, ready and waiting, does actually take him down, and Meowmix somehow gets the shot onto Spudster there to bring it back into a 3v2. ADD somehow takes down Lorenzo. I think he just caught him off guard, and obviously the auto sniper not putting in quite enough work. Seraph does take down Meowmix, Ostonix takes down ADD. And Ostonix choosing to save that AWP over the auto sniper, so it does seem that Lorenzo has enough money. Lancaster taken yet another round. That's the 6th in a row to take it to 15-9.
A real lack of composure here, actually, on the T side from Loughborough. They're often being caught out by simple things. They're not checking their corners. They're not anticipating the lurks. Hopefully, now on another 4-buy, they will just calm down, get a pick, and then slow it down and play sensibly. They do get the pick they want, but Asternex is able to return straight away onto Meowmix to level things at 4-4. They're lined up here again for a take on the A side, but it's going to be stopped out straight away with the Molotov onto Pop Dog, so they're going to have to wait for that one to burn out and throw a few more smokes. Cowie desperately looking to get a pick here between the trains, but he's not able to find anyone. Sausage waiting for the jump through the smoke. They've been burned on that one too many times.
Yeah, they've been burned just
Spuds
left, right, centre here.
Spudster takes a long while there to spot Cowie on top of the train, but does eventually spot him. Cowie and Spudster actually not checking each other at all. Gil still doing work with this M4.
Takes down Shifty there, and also gets ADD as well. Leaving it all to do for Sergeant Sausage.
That's going to leave Sausage in a 1v4.
So this does look like we're going to get to
the
Lancaster's. It does look like we're about to go to Lancaster's 10th round. Are we going to overtime? Do you want to make that prediction?
Please, no. I don't know. I don't think we're going to overtime still. I still think Loughborough are going to take this.
You think in the next 5 rounds they're going to find something? I mean, they've been quite effective. They've usually got the first pick, but then they've just fallen apart after that, so...
I think, essentially, the next time Gil pushes the B hallways, they'll be ready for it. They'll take him, and then they'll capture the B site and win. That's what I think. I think they'll finally wise to the aggression now, and that the next time they try it, it's not going to pay off for them.
Yeah, as we see Sergeant Sausage there, just saving his AK, ready for the next round. Have a quick look at the economy on the T side. Sergeant Sausage obviously saving that only on $400, but everyone else able to get a buyout. Cowie there with just the scout, but you know, he's done some work with scoped weapons already. I think I'd prefer to have him on a scout than I would an AK at the moment, at the very least. as we see quite a fast push onto towards the B site here. Okay, quick push out onto the B site here, as Lorenzo is backing off towards the T side. Gil actually picks up another. That's ADD and Sausage, but unfortunately the bomb does go down. It's now all on Shifty, Coco, Choo 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 Cowie and Meow Mix on a 3v5. And as I say that, Meow Mix does pick up Gil. Spudster comes around, picks up Meow Mix there. And Shifty somehow takes down Spudster. And Lorenzo is now back into a 2v2. Seraph takes down Choo Choo Cowie. The bomb is ticking down. Shifty just chilling around 5 HP. Does he manage to take down the diffuser? Does manage to take down the diffuser. It's all on.
Is there enough time here for the defuse though? I think they're out of time.
It does seem like they're out of time. Yet the bomb is going to explode. Loughborough take it 16 to 10. That's GG. Loughborough are your BUCL Summer Champions, taking the final match 2-0.
Well, Loughborough finally grind it out. They're a dominant CT side on train. They look decidedly shakier on their